How's everybody today? My name is Tammy Neff, and you're on my page called Tammy Loves, and I wanted to tell you guys about a challenge that my friend Julie and I are doing. I've been following this fellow on Instagram called Farm Shenanigans, and he's amazingly talented. He grows his own flowers and sells them to shops, and he has a decor shop, and I love following him. I love his taste. I love his front porch is amazing. He's got a donkey or a mule. I don't know exactly the difference, and he calls him Romeo. And anyway, I love following this guy. Anyway, he came up one day with an idea of a challenge for one of his friends on Facebook that was kind of into the same thing as he is, and he called it the Janky To Swanky Challenge. So during this Janky To Swanky Challenge, what they did, they lived in different states. So one girl went shopping wherever she lived, and she bought something that she thought was really janky and wonder what you would do with this. I'm sure we can make it into something awesome. And then he did the same thing. And then they traded stuff. So they traded items, and then the other one had to make it awesome. So then, and it was great, and I loved we got to follow the whole thing, them shopping, them picking out, all the things, and then we got to watch them do the transformation and everything. So now my friend Julie's following this guy as well, so we're chattering about this all the time. And so she came up with the idea of us doing a Janky To Swanky challenge of our own. And this, of course, challenge me on something creative, and you betcha I'm in. So anyway, we decided to try to find something at the antique show that we went to in Springfield a couple weeks ago. And so this is the item that we agreed on. Now, what Julie wanted to do was to have the same item. Now, in their Janky To Swanky challenge, we've seen them do maybe 5 now, and every one of them, they always get something different because they don't know what the other person is getting. And some of them have been work withable, if you will. A couple of them have been throw it in the trash. It was almost like a prank in a way, let's see her do this, and the idea is when it's all done, you have to put it in your house. You have to use it in your house. So we were talking about this, and Julie said, let's find something janky that is the same, so that our creativity would be the same but different. So we found these. I think there's some kind of a burner. Now, I don't understand why they aren't black. Maybe, they were never burned. My husband said something about with the flame being low or something, I don't know. He thought it was some kind of burner as well, and maybe they just never got used. I don't know. Rusty on the bottom, looks like galvanized sort of, and they go up and down. You can move them. If you pull this out of the holes, you can adjust it like this. So, of course I was thinking what could we do adjusting it, because that was kind of cool. But anyway, now how do I get it back down? Let me see. It's janky, but I have decided what I'm going to do. And I really want to share it with you guys, and I really want to do it in my online crafting group, only for inspiration. I have that group. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not creative, but you have a house and you decorate in it, and it's not always about the creating, it's what you do with what you've got. So it's a little bit on the decorating side. So I know these girls are going to like it, but they also follow this page. And since it's with Julie, we kind of want to do it on our new Instagram page. It's called Our Vintage Treasuries. So anyway, I know what I'm doing. She knows what she's doing, and she's already started doing hers. So I thought I would come on here, and at least, you guys have been faithful followers for so long. So I thought I would show you what we're starting with. Okay, and so this is what we're starting with. And I can tell you that I know I'm going to cut these off. My husband brought me in these cutters to cut these, but I thought before I cut them, I was thinking I might want to bend it up for my idea, but it's gonna break off. Yeah, see? So there's no point in cutting, and I'm not going to be able to bend up and do what I was thinking I was going to do. So anyway, and I can't tell you what I'm going to do because Julie might be watching. And I don't want her to know what I'm going to do. So she does know I'm going to cut these things off. I got a feeling she might be cutting hers off too. But anyway, they can be modified. We can paint them. We can take them apart. We can do whatever we want. But this is like our base. This is what we're starting with. Doesn't matter. I had ideas of standing it on a stand and putting a tray of some sort, making a pedestal. But that was kind of like an obvious thing. Maybe going this way with it. I don't know. That way. I don't know. That was my first thought. Then a creative thought was to put it on the wall. I'll show you these since I'm not doing it. And I had a clock face, a metal clock face, and it fits perfectly. I'd have to put a couple of little cuts on it, but here I'll show you on this side. So you would see like the clock inside. And then, so this will be cut off, and then I was going to mount it on the wall. Clock would be back here, and then moss it out, just a little bit of moss and like some moss on the top, kind of all coming down, not covering it, but just kind of here and there with some moss and bark or whatever, and make it like a wall hang, like something you would walk by and look in, and like something interesting. So I love that idea. I was 50-50 on what I'm going to do and that. But, you know, you can decorate anything, right? Make it cool. So, that's not what I'm going to do. I've got something else in mind. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to get to work. I'm anxious. So the next time I come on, it will be with Julie and I showing you guys what we came up with. So be watching for our Janky To Swanky Challenge finish. And if you'd like to see the entire process, I'm going to go now and record how I'm doing everything. And then we're going to get together and show each other what we made. So I think it's going to be fun. And if it's a success, then we may do another one. So we looked at snowshoes up there. We looked at steering wheels. What else? There was something else that we looked at. I can't remember what it was, but this is what we ended up with. They were $5. You know, that was the other thing. We wanted to kind of put a price limit on it, and then we decided, they're for our house, just whatever. But we do have to do everything ourselves, and that's really it. So sky's the limit. So I'm excited. I'm so excited to get started. But I wanted to show you guys first, just so you might appreciate when we show you what we're finished with. Maybe you'll appreciate our efforts. So follow us on Instagram. I think it's going to be a really great page. So have a great day. I got to climb it. Have a great day. I'll see. Oh gosh, can I reach? I can't reach. Okay, forget that. I got to come around.